sing when you said, sweetheart, remember me. You told me once that you were mine, alone forever, and I was yours till the end of eternity. But all those vows are broken now, and we will never be the same except in memory. Remember me when the candlelights are gleaming. Remember me at the close of a long, long day. It would be so sweet when all alone I'm dreaming, just to know you still remember me. A brighter face may take my place when we're apart, dear. A sweeter smile and a love more bold and free. But in the end, fair weather friends may break your heart, dear. If they do, sweetheart, remember me. Remember me when the candlelights are gleaming. Remember me at the close of a long, long day. It would be so sweet when all alone I'm dreaming, just to know you still remember me. In my little red book, I see somehow all the girls that I knew, and I'm wondering who can be kissing them now. Down through memory lane, I love to look at the little blue skies and the little white lies in my little red book. But there's one girl I had a yen for back in 1943. That's the one I'd go again for if she'd come back to me. All the rest of the world I'd overlook. There'd be only one flame, there'd be only one name in my little red book. No balls. In my little red book, page 1 to 10, that's my personal file, and I wonder if I'll ever see them again. There's a trip to the moon, a trip I took with the girl who became nothing more than a name in my little red book. But there's one girl whose name is printed in the middle of page 4, and if that girl even hinted that she might be mine once more, all the rest of the world I'd overlook. You can betcha that I would be saying goodbye to my little red book. When that warship left Manila, proudly sailing over the sea, many sailors' hearts were filled with sad regret, looking backward to the island where spent such happy hours, making love to every pretty girl they met. When up stepped a little sailor with his bright eyes all aglow, saying, "Take a look at my gal's photograph." Then the sailors gathered round him, they gazed upon her face. "She's my little Filipino baby. She's my Filipino baby. She's my treasure, she's my pet. Her teeth are bright and pearly, and her hair is black as jet. Her lips are sweet as honey, and her heart is true, I know. And I love my little Filipino baby." Cottage in the far-off Philippines dwells a pretty little maiden all alone, and she's thinking of her true love, though he's far across the sea, and her heart beats true for him and him alone. Then one day he whispered, "Darling, I've come back to make you mine. I've come back to claim the only girl I love." And that night there was a wedding while ship's crew gathered round, and he wed his little Filipino baby. She's my Filipino baby, she's my treasure, she's my pet. Her teeth are bright and pearly, and her hair is black as jet. Oh, her lips are sweet as honey, and her heart is pure, I know. And I love my little Filipino baby. Who's to blame when everything goes wrong with love? Think of all you said or done. Who's to blame if you can't string along with love? Could it be that you're the one? Can you see it might have been your own mistake? Where there's smoke, there's always flame. Just a word can often cause a heart to break. Could you be the one to blame? Come on, Porky. Say I'm sorry, dear. Let her know you see the light. If you'll take her in your arms and hold her near, everything will be all right. It's you who won't admit that you were wrong. You should hang your head in shame. You could be as happy as the day is long if you tell her you're to blame. when you said that you'd always be mine. Now you've left me, my dear, for another. But pretty baby, someday there'll come a time I'll be back on my feet someday, darling. Don't you know that you can't keep me down? When you see me pass by my window, tell your friend that you turned a good man down. Let's go, boy. I was sugar daddy when I had lots of money. You said I was the sweetest guy in town. Now your old Santa Claus lost his bankroll, and that's when you turned a good man down. I'll be back on my feet someday, darling. Don't you know that you can't keep me down? When you see me pass by your window, tell your friend that you turned a good man down. Hey, hey. Good man. Someday, darling, don't you know that you can't keep me down? When you see me pass by your window, tell your friend that you turned a good man down. Love, oh love, oh careless love. Love, oh careless love. Love, oh careless love. It's hard to love or not to love. I'll tell you what the wind will do. I'll tell you what the wind will do. They will love you all the time, and buddy, then they'll leave you blue. No, boy. Oh, my goodness. And Walker now. You see what careless love can do. You see what careless love can do. You see what a month has come and gone since I wandered from my home in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Many a page of life has turned, many a lesson I have learned. Well, I feel that in those hills I still belong. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, I ride my pony on the reservation in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, a cowboy's life is my occupation in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. As I sit here today, many miles I am away from a place I rode my pony through the draw. While the oak and blackjack trees kiss those playful prairie breeze in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, I ride my pony on a reservation in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, a cowboy's life is my occupation in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. But as I turn life a page to the land of the great Osage, in those Oklahoma hills where I belong, where the black all rolls and flows, where the snow-white cotton grows, in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, I ride my pony on a reservation in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, a cowboy's life is my occupation in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. It's been so long, darling, since I had to go away. It's been so long, darling, and I'll never forget that day. Although you never mentioned it, you cried the whole day long. It's been so long, darling, but now I'm coming home. It's been so long, darling, since I gazed into your eyes. It's been so long, darling, do you really realize that just the thought of seeing you, it scares me through and through. It's been so long, darling, since I had a kiss with you. It's been so long, darling, but it won't be long now. It's been so long, darling, but I've kept every vow. I pray that you'll be waiting as you did in the days gone by. It's been so long, darling, please don't blame me if I cry. but I can't lose these old Texas blues. I'm getting tired of going from town to town. Lord, I'm getting tired of going from town to town. I'm gonna quit my drinking and try to settle down. Tell 'em to stand. I'm going to Texas, never more to roam. Sing 'em, boy. I'm going to Texas, never more to roam. Gonna settle down in good old San Antonio. Now if you love your mama and you treat her right, but she gone fussing at you every day and night, and she's gonna trifle on you. They'll do it every time. And when your baby starts to step in, Lord, you nearly lose your mind. Now if your mama's mean, take a tip from me. Lock her up at home, boy, but hang on to that key, 'cause she'll trifle on you. They'll do it every time. And when your baby starts to step in, Lord, you nearly lose your mind. Come in, old tell 'em, boy. But if your mama's good, I'll tell you what to do. Give her lots of loving, boy, but watch her closely too, 'cause she'll trifle on you. They'll do it every time. And when your baby starts to step in, Lord, you nearly lose your mind. Now you come on to your work, find your clothes ain't clean. You can bet you're slipping if you get just what I mean, 'cause she'll trifle on you. They'll do it every time. And when your baby starts to step in, Lord, you nearly lose your mind. Tell 'em, Vic, tell 'em, boy. I've been to lots of places, there ain't much I ain't done. But when it comes to women, boy, I just don't trust the one, 'cause they'll trifle on you. They'll do it every time. And when your baby starts to step in, Lord, you nearly lose your mind. You told me that you hung down my head and cried, hung down my head and cried. I saw you in another's arms and I hung my head and cried. Let's go, boy. Hung down my head and I cried, poor boy. Hung down my little head and I cried. I saw you in another's arms and I hung my head and I cried. The blues don't mean a thing in my young life. Somewhere, somehow,